tonight? Who's taking a bite out of the local music scene? Plus, what was life like during the Renaissance era? And how much do you know about classic Korea? Then, the gospel, according to his instruments.
Dream again. That's our message.
Your last entertainment fix for the season, coming to you from Houston, Texas. This is MSTv. Bring you the latest in all things entertainment in Baton Rouge and beyond. I'm Javon Hamilton, and this is MSTv. We're coming to you again from Buffalo Bayou Park here in Houston, Texas, as we explore classic culture in Dallas and Korea, before coming back to our home state of Louisiana. But before we start our travels and open up that playlist, let me introduce you to the band K9. They're a rising act in the Baton Rouge music scene, and our Carolyn Ray talks to them at Baton Rouge Music Studios in our first segment. This is MSTv.
Hey, MSTv, it's Carolyn. I'm here at Baton Rouge Music Studios with the band K9. They are going to be playing a show tonight in the Blue Verse Room, Baton Rouge Music Studios venue. Thank y'all for coming to play tonight. We're excited to have you. Well, cool. How long have y'all been a band? Tell us about your roots.
Well, me and Hayden met at Woodlawn my junior year of high school, and we started jamming with our friend Cameron, who's a DJ, and it led to more of a one-on-one kind of setting. And I was playing in the Woodlawn Jazz Band, and the bass player in that and I, every morning at 7 a.m. we would jam for an hour, just playing jazz and blues and stuff like that. So he came on board with us, and we became a three-piece. But he recently moved to Georgia, I want to say, and so we found Andrew on Craigslist being sold. But he's on here with us now. And
the norm. That's how
Are you glad you sold your soul to the band?
Yes, it means all the fame and the fortune, and I'm glad that came in the contract. So
That's great. So how long have y'all been playing with this lineup?
About 6-7 months.
I joined what back in like January or December. Is that how far?
About during the winter, midwinter.
Great. So have y'all been working on recording some music or have an album out?
Trying to record some tracks personally, just to kind of get the songs down and have some demos, just so we can listen to them to help practice, and to also set some guidelines for when we do want to record. We do have a rough EP on Bandcamp and SoundCloud, but we're trying to re-record a lot of those songs and get them a lot tighter and give us something we can produce and put out to people.
That's great. We can't wait for it. Who are some of your musical influences?
Well, for one, Pearl Jam, you can't forget about them. I don't know, Nirvana, Stone Temple Pilots.
My mom got me into Pearl Jam when I was kind of young, but it was that and Fergie. But I'm a huge fan of John Frusciante. I love his solo work, and his guitar playing is really phenomenal.
Lately I guess I've been more into progressive rock or funk music or or
fusion here and there.
Jazz fusion, of course.
We just listen to everything. Just try to take in everything, and sometimes you don't know what's going to influence you. You might hear something and it'll be a melody stuck in the back of your head, a Justin Bieber song in 2010. But if you can translate it well to whatever you're doing, it's vital.
Well, how would you describe the music of K9 to somebody who's never heard you before?
Very heavily improvised. A lot of our songs are a little more than chord structures and basic lyrics, but we kind of call ourselves a jam band in a way. Psychedelic punk rock, if that's what you're into. We do play a lot of blues. We make it a little bit sloppy sometimes, but we like to think we land on our feet, even if it sounds like we're kind of tripping up. I like to think we know what we're doing.
Yeah, sloppy can be good for sure.
I was actually telling him in the car just now. I could be totally wrong about this, so please don't hold me accountable for this. But I think it's a quote from Miles Davis. There's plenty of times when you're playing something that's already been composed and you've rehearsed it, and then you'll just hit a note absolutely accidentally. It's outside of the scale, it's outside of the whole key, or it's not even appropriate to play that one note. But sometimes it just somehow spontaneously just works, and then you make it work for the next note. That's just kind of the nature of music, It's always kind of
There's no bad notes. It's only bad resolutions.
Yeah.
Right. No wrong notes in jazz. Well, cool. Can y'all tell the MySceneTV folks where they can find your music and follow the band?
Yes. Our Instagram account has pretty much all of our information for upcoming shows and links to all of our music online, and that's at canine.music, just CANINE.music. And follow us on there, and we'll have plenty of updates for you guys.
Cool. Well, thank y'all so much. We're looking forward to hearing you play. Thank y'all for watching. And for more information, definitely check out K9 and follow Baton Rouge Music Studios on Facebook for more shows in the Blue Verse Room. Thanks for watching.
That was the band K9, and to hear more, as well as to see where they're playing next, follow them on Instagram at k9.music, as well as K9 on Facebook. But next we head up I-45 for the Scarborough Renaissance Festival with our Ty Larson from MySceneTV Dallas. Stay tuned. Welcome back. We're atop Buffalo Bayou Park in Houston, Texas. But we're about to take a hop, skip, and a jump 200 miles north and 500 years back in time with our Ty Larson as he explores the sights, the sounds, the food, and the customs of the 1500s at the Scarborough Renaissance Festival in this MySceneTV Dallas.
How y'all doing? This is Ty Larson with MySceneTV Dallas. Right now, I'm at this awesome festival. It's the Scarborough's Renaissance Festival. And I'm right now with Helene Thomas.
Yes.
Good. Yes. Yes. See, I've been working on it. I've been practicing. See, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm trying to give my audience out there an idea of what the Scarborough's Renaissance Festival is about.
Well, basically, we are a festival that's set in 16th century England. So basically, in the days of King Henry VIII.
Medieval time.
No, actually Renaissance time.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, see, the Renaissance period was a time of education. It was the time when the printing press got invented. It was a time of great art and innovations. It was the time, again, of Renaissance. It was a kind of a growth and a lot of excitement and beautiful things were happening during the Renaissance. And that's kind of what we're celebrating out here. We have 27 different stages of entertainment that take place. 27. Everything from fire whips to sword fighting to juggling. It's really more vaudevillian type entertainment. So it's very different than you're going to experience at any other festival in North Texas. Funny, the question I get asked more than anything is, do I have to dress up? Well, the answer is no, you don't have to. You're perfectly fine in your jeans and t-shirt. But people that come in costume or decide to rent a costume while they're here feel like they're a little more immersed in, and they become a part of what Scarborough is all about. Wow. And so they feel like they kind of become a part of the festival when they come in costume. So about 25 to 30% of our folks do come in costume, and then others just come and love the spectacle of people watching. So it really is quite spectacular. And so it really is a little something for everybody. This is the kind of place you can come and bring the kids and have a lot of things for the kids to do, but you can also come as adults and have a completely different type of experience. Some of the things that you have is, one, we do have a couple of stages that are PG-16, so it's definitely for the mature audiences, whereas most of our entertainment is definitely PG. But you do have that, but we also have 12 pubs and taverns, so you can enjoy a beer.
Alcohol.
A beer
we
or a
love
glass.
alcohol here.
But the other part of it is we also have mead. And I don't know if you've ever had mead before. It was
Not on pub.
it was the wine that was prevalent during this day, and it's a honey wine. So it's very, very sweet. It's a little bit thicker in consistency than traditional wine, you would think, but it's very, very good. And we have it crafted specifically for the festival. So this is the only place you can get it is here at Scarborough.
That's awesome. I know you mentioned that the alcohol and everything
Right.
is from that time period. What about the food?
The food is outstanding. You will have the least amount of fair food that you will ever find at a festival here. We pride ourselves in that. We have our own pasta shop. We have our own handmade bakery shop that is amazing, just great stuff. We also have the best turkey legs you will ever have in your life. We slow roast them for 12 hours, and it's our own special blend of seasoning, so awesome to that. But in addition to that, we have the largest food on a stick selection in Texas. If you can make food on a stick, we do it. We have everything from steak and chicken to sausage to macaroni and cheese to fruit. We even have key lime pie on the stick. So, so lots of great things. Some of the other specialties we have is something called a Scottish egg. And this was something that was sort of prevalent during these times. And what it is, it's a hard-boiled egg wrapped in sausage, battered, and then deep fried.
Yes, I'm getting hungry just
Oh,
hearing
yeah, you
about
definitely have to come check it out.
So, tell my audience, how long does the festival run?
The festival runs during the months of April and May. We are in our third weekend right now. We'll run every weekend all the way through Memorial Day. And it's Saturdays, Sundays, and then Memorial Day Monday.
Okay, and the times of...
The times you can come out, sorry, got a little tongue-tied there. The times to come out are 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. because, there was no electricity in the Renaissance, so we had to close it down before dark.
It's important. So for those people who want to go online and find out more information about that, could you give them that information?
They can go to srfestival.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter at SR Festival, or on Instagram at the SR Festival. So lots of different places to find all the great information, get a list of shows, get all the activities that are going on, and definitely come and experience the wonderful world of the Renaissance, because when you step through our gates, you truly do step back in time.
Awesome. We thank you for giving us this information and spending time with us.
Awesome, absolutely.
All right, family, you have the information. I'm Ty Larson, and we out.
That was Ty Larson at the Scarborough Renaissance Festival. And if you missed them this year, you can always see them next year for their 39th season. And to learn more, go to srfestival.com. And be sure to follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Now, staying in the traditionalist theme, we travel to the Far East as our Jude Falcon tours the villages of Andong, South Korea. We'll have that next. This is MySceneTv. Jude Falcon is an American transplant living in South Korea, and he uses his time to tour the many festivals in the country. Today he explores the classic heritage of Korea, taking us through the old-time villages of Andong in this MySceneTv Korea.
Hi there, MySceneTv, and we are at the Andong Hahue Traditional Village. It's quite possibly one of the biggest ones that I've ever been to. Really cool. We got to see some traditional dragon beer candy being made. We picked up an amazing Confucian mask right here made in the village, and we're just going to be walking around, taking a tour, seeing what this place has to offer, and I'm going to do a lot of research and have a nice, sweet, beautiful sounding voiceover to educate you on the Hahue village right here in Andong, South Korea. Andong is a city in South Korea located on the Nakong River. It is known for its open-air heritage museums, traditional soju, and jimduk. Today, Andong is one of the few places dedicated to keeping the cultural past of Korea alive and relevant.
It is the home of the Hohe Village. It's also the only place in Korea allowed to distill and produce soju in the traditional way. Also, it is the home and birthplace of jimduk, one of my favorite Korean dishes. Dragon beard candy, or Chinese cotton candy, is a handmade traditional art of China. Its texture is thready, chewy, and crunchy. It looks like a cocoon pillow and is made primarily of aged honey and cornstarch. The candy maker simply pokes a hole in a ball of honey and doubles it from 2 to 4 to 8 until we get all the way to 16,000 teeny tiny strands that look like a dragon's beard, but trust me, it tastes way better because I've licked so many dragons. Dragon beard candy comes in a multitude of different flavors, and the show is always impressive. The Hahui Village was named a UNESCO Heritage Site in 2010, and it has played an invaluable role in keeping the imperative Korean culture and traditions alive. You can also come to the village to watch the traditional mask dance, traditional fireworks, and the Lotus Flame, which happens in October every year. This city boasts the name the capital of Korean culture, and it is certainly quite the owner of that name, as it proudly shows you and showcases its amazing cultural heritage. The Hahe mask dance, called the Byunyil-shil-gut, which is a shamist ritual honoring the communal spirit of the village. It was also used to regularly pray for a successful harvest and the safety of the villagers. Andong jimduk is a dish that has been around since the Joseon dynasty, which was established in 1392, and was eaten at celebrations and also ceremonies. One bite of this amazing creation and you'll certainly see why it has stood the test of time. Personally, I don't care where it came from, I just want more of it right now. The dish is made with bone-in chicken, cabbage, carrots, potatoes, glass or sweet potato noodles, call them what you like, and soy sauce. Andong soju is quite unique. If you don't know what soju is, it's an alcoholic beverage that gained world notoriety in the century underneath the Yuan dynasty when it was produced and exported to Japan in the 13th century. It has a crisp, clean, buttery finish and is less prone to leave you with a hangover in the morning as well. However, traditional Andong soju is worth the price and certainly worth the trip or online ordering if you are tech savvy enough to figure it out, and wrap your lips around it because, my friends, you will not be disappointed.
We came, we saw, we explored the Hahoe village right here in Andong, South Korea, and I was here about 5 years ago. Didn't have a chance to come and check it out, but we did today, and we'll post the website link below. We took loads of B-roll video. We've got some great voiceover for you to listen to and learn about the village, and also loads and loads of great pictures. So kick back, relax, and I hope that you enjoyed and learned a little bit something about Andong, South Korea right here on My Scene TV. Falcon team on the scene, and we are out, and we'll see you next time.
Keeping you informed, that was Jude Falcon from My Scene TV Korea, and to see more, visit us on YouTube at My Scene TV. Next we return stateside to Baton Rouge for a little bit of gospel music with instruments of praise. We have that next, but in the meantime, I encourage you to follow us across our various social media sites. This is My Scene TV. More than just a gospel duo, Instruments of Praise is a well-respected act in the capital city, and we spoke to them one-on-one to learn more about their vibe and their style in this last segment.
Elizabeth Williams, and this is
Deborah Facey,
and together we are Instruments of Praise. We are a Christian recording artist. We cover a variety of genres of music. We do a little bit of kind of rhythm and blues type, and some praise and worship, high praise and worship music, and we have a lot of musical influences as well. So we put all of that into what we do as Instruments of Praise.
And we actually met 17 years ago in 2001 music being both of our passions. We both find ourselves in the choir at our church in the worship ministry, and became good friends right away because we shared so much in common. We both have sons. She has 2, I have 3, and we're both in the midst of raising those children. And so we got together and found out that she plays guitar and I played piano. And at the time I had written several songs and wanted somebody to hear them. You know, they were kind of my own private treasure. And so she was willing to listen. And she just encouraged me so much when she first heard the songs, and that morphed into us worshiping together as a duo. And then we realized, hey, and there's a song that I wrote called Instruments of Praise, and one afternoon we were worshiping, and I said, you know what, we could call ourselves Instruments of Praise.
So from there, we began to write songs. Our target audience is people who have lost their dreams, or they don't think they can recover from the past of the hurts and things that have happened in their lives. Our music is message driven, but it's also encouraging, and we want you to be joyful. And so that is our inspiration for doing this, because we want to encourage other people of all walks of life that they can hope again, believe again, and dream again. That's our message. That's what drives us. That's what gets us to write the music that we write, and our passion for seeing people getting healed and helped and saved and on their way to the best they could be in this life.
And one of the songs I'll talk about that's on the album is Only the King. And it talks about how sometimes in life, after we've been through so many things, I know that I had dreams that were deferred and that I had abandoned and that had gotten put on the back burner and put on the shelf because of life, because of struggles in my marriage, because of disappointments. You have expectations for your life to go this way, and then it goes off this way, and then struggles with finances and struggles with kids, and at some point you stop and you look around and you ask yourself, how did I get here? And you see your life in broken pieces on the ground. And at the time that we wrote this, because we co-wrote the song, and we were just kind of sharing about what was going on in our lives, and we realized, you know, because only the King can put those pieces back together again. And through our relationship with the Lord, we realized that, hey, that's where our hope is, that's where our refuge is, that's where our strength is, that's where our rest is.
So, in order to hear our music, you can look on our website at iop.life. You also can look us up on Facebook as Instruments of Praise, as well as Instagram.
I'm Deborah Facey.
And I'm Elizabeth Williams.
And together we're Instruments of Praise, and you're watching MSTv.
That was gospel group Instruments of Praise, and to hear more, go to ioplife.com. You can also follow them on Facebook at IOPBR. But now it's time to grab your phones, grab your MacBooks, grab your TVs, because it is social media time. That's right, you can check us out at myscenetv.com, our social media hub, and live stream on Facebook. Pictures in and around the Baton Rouge area on Instagram, full episodes and these segments on YouTube. And we also have a Twitter and a MySpace floating around somewhere. And programming update, we'll be in reruns on WVXH Channel 16. That's Cox and ETL Channel 16. Channel 39 on Dish Network, Uverse, and Antenna, and for the sake of repetition, we are not available on DirecTV. Until next season, when we bring more of the latest food, music, and fun that you want to know about. I'm Javon Hamilton, and this is My Scene TV.
Thank you.